in this interview,
shit.
it
Boy, that Juan O Saven, now he's talking about cloning in the Garden of Eden. I'll tell you what, that guy, he knows a lot. I've been he's only made 2 or 3 what I would consider to be incorrect turns. And I can understand why he would do it too, based on the assumptions made in the Western world. But he really knows quite a bit of interesting fact, and it makes me long for conversations, those days when we would really exchange philosophy, at our dinner parties. Those were fun, but then, of course, all the lefties had to ruin every dinner party with their sanctimonious bullshit that, first they'd snort a fucking huge rail, and then they'd start that sanctimonious lefty shit. I'm like, how come you're all rich? How come you all are all rich? Trust fund kids. And you're talking about socialism. You think that got anything to do with what you see in the world? See, I was like a, working class, proper socialist of unions and stuff like that. When workers had union protection and a social safety net. That was a great time to grow up there in the 50s and 60s. And look what we did with it. Well, we exploded in all kinds of intelligent ways, but we made a few fatal errors, of course, we always do, in our arrogance. But anyway, here we are today. And I'm like, oh shit. I long for that. I long for those dinner parties. I should throw one, but people have germs, and I was like, oh, do I have to get around their germs? I mean, if they could come in a suit that isolated their own body fluids and such and have dinner in that way, I would have a ton of dinner parties. But I would really like people, the dinner party or the table. It would be with interesting conversationalists that have something to say and that never, ever repeat anything that comes from modern politic. Nothing. Like, for instance, I saw Alec Baldwin over here at the Beverly Hilton with my son out for breakfast and a walk the other day. And so I go over to Alec Baldwin. I always say, hi, Alex, because, I just say Alex Baldwin because I know it makes him angry. Well, but he's got a good sense of humor. And so to avoid all of the, left-wing, right-wing stuff that people would think, we would converse about. I prefer to go above that to the subhuman level, which is like I just said to him, hey, Alex, I just read that your wife is trying to get you to have a 5th kid, and I'm telling you what, snip, snip, buddy, don't do it. I mean, you are much too old for this kind of shit, hon. If you want to have, this is not keeping you young. Your wife, it might be keeping her young because she is young. But, dude, you're way too old to have 5 little toddlers. I mean, seriously, snip, snip, buddy. And he did like this. Gotcha, Roseanne. He goes, boy, they shouldn't have fired you, Roseanne. You should have used it to where every week you'd have a guest star, somebody even more famous of the black community come drop by your house and tell you, a thing or two. And you'd be like, answering the door going, I know, we could have done so many funny things to actually have a conversation and have a teachable moment about expand the boundaries of the conversation about race, which I've always tried to do. And thank you, Norm, for saying there's no fucking way Roseanne is a racist. It's about time. It's been a whole year, and you're the first comedian, I think, that said anything positive. And also that those other people, they don't get it, and they don't get my tweet. So perhaps they should STF you, since they don't get my tweet, because they know nothing about how Jews think and feel about the Iran deal of the Obama administration. So they should zip it. Perhaps. But anyway, am I going to go on stage tonight? Dice said he's going. I'm like, I told Dice I'd go, but I'm like, oh, I would go to see Dice, but I don't think I can go on stage. I have way too many fucking neuroses to go down there on stage. But I'm like, I might make my sons come and as my bodyguard. I should make EJ come too. Yeah, I want to do a bit about that. Like, the hardest part of being called a racist is try to explain that to your black son. And that was difficult, but we did it, you know. And you know.
About 3 mountains near Kithaka. They are Mount Wiwalonga, Montana Goma, and Mount Ka-Osa.
Thank you, Lord. I see the light now. Mount Kalgosa. I have to go and Google that. I mean, dogpile that. Bye.